The mascot's smile never wavers, not even when the fluorescent lights flicker and cast shadows across its painted face. I first noticed this during my third week observing the factory floor. Stitchy the Safety Bear stands 7 feet tall in the main corridor, arms spread wide in permanent welcome, that cherry-red smile splitting his yellow face like a wound. The workers file past him each morning, their eyes lingering on his button nose, his cheerful overalls, the needle and thread dangling from his fuzzy paw like a child's toy. "Sweet dreams," Maria whispers to me during lunch break, her fingers worrying the corners of her mouth. Dark circles rim her eyes. "He keeps telling me to have sweet dreams." The dreams started 3 days after installation, always the same sequence. Stitchy approaching through darkness, his needle gleaming, that smile widening as he reaches for their faces. The thread slides through skin like butter. No pain, just pressure. Then silence. Perfect, suffocating silence. But here's what troubles me most. Absenteeism has dropped 30% since Stitchy arrived. I pull the compliance reports, cross-reference them with the incident logs I've been monitoring. The pattern emerges like a photograph developing in chemical baths. Fewer safety complaints, fewer sick days, fewer workers calling out for family emergencies that coincidentally aligned with overtime demands. The break room conversations grow quieter each day. Workers speak in nods and gestures, save their voices for essential communications. When the line supervisor barks orders, they respond with thumbs up instead of verbal acknowledgments. The needle in Stitchy's paw catches the light as I pass, and I wonder if anyone else notices how the thread seems to move when no breeze stirs the air. "Corporate's thrilled," James from management tells me over coffee. "Whatever psychological effect that mascot's having, it's working. Productivity's through the roof." I taste copper on my tongue and realize I've bidden it. That night, I dream of Stitchy for the first time. He approaches with that unwavering smile, his movements fluid despite the bulky costume padding. The needle descends toward my mouth, and I understand with crystalline clarity that I won't resist. The thread slides through my flesh, drawing my lips together in neat, precise stitches. The silence that follows feels like coming home. I wake with my hand pressed against my mouth, fingers tracing the phantom sensation of thread. The next morning, I watch the workers more carefully. Their movements have acquired a strange synchronicity, like dancers following choreography they've never learned but somehow know. They gather around Stitchy during breaks, standing in perfect semicircles, their faces tilted upward toward his button eyes. Someone has placed fresh wildflowers at his feet. The compliance metrics on my desk tell the story in clinical numbers. 0 safety violations this week, 0 worker complaints, 0 requests for union representation. The data should thrill me. It's what I designed the program to achieve. I find myself standing before Stitchy after hours, the factory floor empty except for the hum of distant machinery. His smile reflects in the polished surfaces around us, multiplying into an infinity of grins. I reach out to touch his fuzzy arm, and my fingers come away dusty with something that smells like sawdust and pharmaceutical vanilla. "You're working perfectly," I whisper. The recognition hits me like cold water. My voice, my words, but I don't remember speaking them. I dig through my desk drawers with trembling hands, finding the files I shouldn't have access to. The psychological profiles I helped compile, the subliminal conditioning protocols I spent months perfecting. My signature on every document. My recommendations for the mascot's placement, his height, the specific shade of that cherry red smile calibrated to trigger comfort responses. My notes on the dream induction frequencies embedded in the factory's sound system, played just below conscious hearing. The workers aren't victims of Stitchy's influence. They're proof of my success. I designed him to silence dissent through systematic sleep conditioning, to make workers associate speaking up with the sensation of suffocation. Every complaint unvoiced, every safety concern swallowed, every union whisper that dies in their throats, it all flows back to algorithms I coded, psychological triggers I planted, behavioral modifications I authored. The dreams aren't punishment, they're training. I stand before my creation, this monument to compliance I built and somehow forgot building, and watch his painted eyes track my movement. The needle in his paw glints with purpose, and I understand that tomorrow I'll join the workers in their morning pilgrimage, tilting my face toward his benevolent gaze. Because deep down, beneath the horror of recognition, I feel something else rising. The warm satisfaction of a job well done. Stitchy's smile never wavers, and now I know why. It's reflecting my own.